Well, hello there, how is everyone? I hope you're all well on this marvellous Monday. That's it. It's Monday, it's marvellous, you're marvellous, we're all marvellous. You're looking marvellous. I'm going to get straight into the meat and potatoes so you can go and have a marvellous day. And what we're talking about? We're talking about a question that seems to be being dodged more than you try and dodge people when you're on dodgems. Unless you're one of them psychopaths who just goes around just trying to whack into everyone. Because there is a difference between bumper cars and dodgems. Dodgems avoid, bumper cars bash the shit out of everyone. Anyway, a little bit of an analogy there. This case is getting a little bit like dodgems with TPUSA. Erika Kirk trying to dodge important questions. And one of the important questions that seems to be being dodged is where in the blue monkey bull's fuck is Charlie Kirk's body? Some people say, including Candace Owens, did say at one point that he had been buried or had a Catholic funeral, I believe. But we're going to touch on that. And then we're going to go to listen to Erika Kirk herself, as it would seem that T-shirts being sold as merch might not be the limit to what they are looking to monetize. And they may actually be looking to monetize Charlie Kirk's remains. That's right. That's when you have to learn the difference between a mausoleum and a museum. Because I thought she said mausoleum, but she actually seemingly said museum. And I think museum might even be worse. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's check these out first. We're going to go here. So it says fact check, Charlie Kirk buried at Catholic cemetery. Funeral details explained amid Candace Owens' bombshell claim. It says Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk was assassinated on September 10th, and a large public memorial was held on September 21st at Arizona State Farm Stadium. That's when we saw Huggy Wuggy, fireworks, going mental, wee. It was like, I don't know, it was like a boxing match. Charlie Kirk was fatally shot, we know, September 10th when attending an event at Utah Valley University. And now Candace Owens has claimed that the Turning Point USA founder had a Catholic funeral and a Catholic burial. Now, I'm not here to dispute it, but we don't know where he is. And this is going back to October when this was said. And we're now in December, like 10 days until Santa comes round. Excited. And we still don't know where he is. And we'll touch on that. Owens, a former TPUSA staff herself, has had several conspiracy theories. Apparently they're conspiracy theories. I'll just say time will be the teller on all that. In the wake of Kirk's assassination, including alleging Israelis' role in his demise. However, she's not providing any proof for her theories. Again, remember this is from October. But let's just carry on. Owens, on her show, claimed Kirk had a Catholic funeral, mass, and was buried in a Catholic cemetery. She claimed that this is why details about Kirk's actual funeral were kept under wraps. In the October 29th episode of her podcast, Owen suggested that Kirk's memorial service went from the grand affair at Arizona State Farm Stadium on September 21st to being barely talked about afterwards. She chalked this down to him having a Catholic mass. And it says here, without spelling it out explicitly, Owens appears to suggest that details were being kept quiet so as to not upset TPUSA donors and evangelical Christian supporters. She believes small lies were being spread everywhere, as she's often expressed when it comes to Kirk's case, and often she's then proven to be correct in some form. As per information available, there is no indication that Kirk had a Catholic funeral. And again, this is October, and we still don't have that, as far as I'm aware. There is no evidence, no proof of that. The only confirmed service was the one at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, on September 21st, 2025. Kirk's burial site, meanwhile, is not public knowledge either. His memorial was set up at the Manson Mortuary in Phoenix, as per AZ Central. The mortuary does offer Catholic burial services, but it remains unknown if the same was chosen for Kirk. In the past, Kirk had revealed having accepted Jesus Christ when he was in the 5th grade and enrolled at the Christian Heritage Academy. Despite being raised in the liberal Presbyterian Church, Kirk eventually turned to evangelical Christian faith and publicly identified with it up until his death. So at the moment, we don't know where he is. But if we go over to here, Let's just listen. Let's just listen from the horse's mouth.
About this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
Can I have one thing?
I just can't go over how angry she looks. She's like, can I have one thing? You literally did, what was it, a TikTok video, mic'd up, all the jewellery, B.A. Baracus, and you are displaying him on video. Displaying him on video. And I now wonder whether this is where we're going with this, because we now listen to this, and it all kind of starts to make sense, and I wonder whether this is what's actually going to happen.
I have one thing. Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building the most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie.
Museum style for our like I thought she said mausoleum, but the more I listen to it, it sounds like she's saying museum style. Museum, not mausoleum. Now even if it was a mausoleum, I would think that would be a little bit excessive. At the end of the day, as much respect as I have for Charlie Kirk was just he was a masturbator. That sounded wrong. He debated en masse. He went to the campuses around America and masturbated. He debated to massive crowds. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, she is basically turning around and saying that they're gonna build a museum. So in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death, they bring out T-shirts, the one that he was literally wearing when he was killed. So I found that quite distasteful, and they literally monetise his death. The actual moment of his death was monetised. Now that has to be, you can imagine the conversation there, don't you?
Well, look, if we put these T-shirts out, they're going to fucking fly off the rails. They are going to fly off the rails. Let's get it done. Get the deal. Cha-ching!
And now they're going to build a museum. So is Charlie going to be inside this museum? Are they actually going to put him on display in some way, shape or form? Are they going to charge people to go and see Charlie Kirk's shoes? What can you actually put? What could you put in a museum? Because, again, we've not heard anything about the burial. We've not seen anything about the burial. She dodges the question like she... Dodging questions. Do you know what I mean? And now she's saying, when in response to the direct question, people are trying to guess where Charlie is. Where's Charlie? Can I have one thing? We are going to build a museum. That's what we're going to build, where Charlie will be. She don't say that, but that's where that's the only thing that kind of half makes sense. Like, what they're going to put? This is Charlie's pants. This is what he was wearing the day he died, in a glass box. They got the fucking microphone in the glass box, for fuck's sake. So, it would be a boring fucking museum if it's literally just got that mic in there. So what else are they going to fill this museum with? Or is it indeed going to be an open mausoleum done in the style of a museum? Let me know what you think. Where is indeed Charlie Kirk? Because she don't want to answer the question. She's bobbing and weaving. She's bobbing and weaving, mate. Bobbing and weaving. But it'll just be interesting to see where this goes. What could they put in a museum of Charlie Kirk? The Charlie Kirk Museum. I'd be interested to hear your take on it. Because I do feel that this is, again, trying to unless it's going to be free. If it's free, I'll take it all back. Free entry, free, you ain't got to pay anything. But this is TP USA, and they are losing a shit ton of money through their social media as that has fallen on hard times. Let me know what you think. Love you all. I'll catch you all later on in video 2. Mwah.